Hello and welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to register new students for my online course automatically from Google Forms. So, I'm conducting an online course of which I'm receiving the new form submission through Google Forms. So, here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through Google Forms, then automatically using the details, it should create a new user in my Thinkific account. And after creating the user, automatically that should be enrolled in my course in my Thinkific account. So, now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Forms with my Thinkific account twice using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So now here to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me all take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to automatically register the students for your Thinkific course using Google Forms. This will help you simplify the enrollment process and save time. Alright, so as you all know that I collect student information via Google Forms and automatically register them for my online course on Thinkific, streamlining the enrollment process. Alright, so here on my screen you can see my Google form that I've already created with the name course registration, and here you can see the fields that I've added over here such as first name, last name, email and the mobile number. So now here my objective is as soon as I'm going to receive a new form submission over here, then automatically using the details, a new user should be enrolled in my Thinkific account over here. Alright, so here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Google form with my Thinkific account using an automation software. And now firstly in this video we are going to see the working of this amazing automation by simply making a form submission. So here I've already pre-filled some details over here such as first name, last name, email and the mobile number. And then I'm going to click on the submit, and here you can see we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Google Sheet attached to our Google form first, and here you can see we have received a form submission. That means we have successfully made a form submission, and after receiving the details over here, let's go and check our Thinkific account. And here you can see under this Thinkific account we have successfully added a new user over here with the name test user, and here you can see the email address, and here you can see the enrollment as one. So let's open the user. And here you can see the user has been successfully enrolled in the course named as Programming in Python. Alright, so with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing automation. And now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation by simply connecting your Google Forms with your Thinkific account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here to access the Pabbly Connect you need to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers, and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Connect. So here on the screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage, but here before moving forward let me tell you about the Pabbly community. Alright, so this is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share your workflows and get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges. It's an active supportive space to learn and grow together. So now the link to join the community is in the description box below, and make sure to check it out. Alright, so this was all about the community, and now here let me take you back to my Pabbly Connect's homepage. So here you can see two options, starter sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Alright, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this Create Workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So I'm going to give the name as Register New Students for my online course automatically from Google Forms. And now after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you need to click on this Learn More hyperlink given over here, and it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now let's move back to our Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this Create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this, that means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Form, as I'm receiving new form submission through Google Forms, and here I'm going to select my trigger event as new response received, so that whenever I'm going to receive new response through my Google Forms, then automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect should capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow should get triggered. Alright, so now after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Google Forms account, and this is the form that I've already created over here for the course registration, and these are the fields. So now here my objective is, as soon as I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically all the details of the form should be captured in my Google Sheets first, so that I can organize the responses at one place. So now here to do that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to connect this Google Form with Google Sheets first, and for that I'm going to click on this responses, and from here I'm going to click on this link to Sheets, and then I'm going to create a new spreadsheet over here. And here you can see we have successfully created a new spreadsheet over here. That means we have successfully connected our Google Forms with our Google Sheets. So now here to test this connection, what we are going to do is that we are going to make a form submission over here. So I'm going to copy the responder link, and then I'm going to open it in a new tab. And now here I'm going to enter some dummy details and make a form submission. So for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy, last name as user, email as dummy@pabblytudes.com, and then here for the phone number, I'm going to enter the random phone number, and then I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Google Sheets, and here you can see we have successfully received a new response over here. That means we have successfully connected our Google Form with Google Sheet. And now here after building this connection, what we are going to do is that we are going to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect in order to capture the response in Pabbly Connect. So now here to build this connection, you need to install an add-on on your Google Sheets account first, and for that you need to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select add-ons. Now here in this add-ons you need to select get add-ons. Then here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for an add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And then you need to install this particular add-on on your Google Sheets account in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So I'm going to move back, and once you're going to install the add-on, you need to follow exactly the same steps. Alright, so now after installing the add-on, you need to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. And after refreshing the Google Sheets, you need to click on this extensions, and then you'll be able to see the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So from here you need to select initial setup. Now here under this initial setup, you can see it is asking me to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So for the webhook URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow, and now here after entering the webhook URL, it is asking me to enter the trigger column. So it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in my Google Sheets, you can see my last data column is column E, where I'm receiving the data. So I'm going to enter the trigger column as E, and then I'm going to click on the submit, and it says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets, and we have successfully connected our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So now after building the connection, I'm going to test the connection by clicking on the send test button given over here, and it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent the first row data of our Google Sheets to our Pabbly's workflow, that means to our webhook URL. So now let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a successful response over here. So now here let me take you back to my Google Sheets once again, and here you need to perform another very important step to completely connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So for that you need to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and now from here you need to turn on the send on event. So by turning it on, automatically whenever you're going to receive new data over here in our Google Sheets, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Alright, so now let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a tick in front of the send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. Alright, Alright, so now let's move back to our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see all the form response that we have received over here. So with this, we have successfully set up a trigger over here. So once we have received all the details from our Google Forms, then what we are going to do is that we are going to use these details to enroll a new user in our Thinkific account for our particular course. So now here to enroll the user, firstly we need to create a user in our Thinkific account. So for that, I'm going to connect my Thinkific account with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So I'm going to select my action application as Thinkific and my action event as create a user. And now here to connect my Thinkific with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Thinkific account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Thinkific. And here it is asking me to enter the subdomain. So it says enter the subdomain of your account, subdomain that can be found at this. That means if your account URL is this, then your subdomain is this. So now here to get the subdomain, let me all take you back to my Thinkific account. So this is my Thinkific account, and here in the URL, this is my subdomain. So I'm going to copy it. Moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the subdomain. And now after entering the subdomain, I'm going to click on the save. And authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then it is asking me to enter the first name, last name, email, and some other details. So now here, instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever we're going to receive new form submission through our Google Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the first name, I'm going to search for the first name. So this is the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name, and here for the email, I'm going to map the email address. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to move forward. Here these fields are not required fields, so I'm going to leave all of them blank. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a user in our Thinkific account. So now here after creating the user, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to enroll this user in a course first. But here let me take you back to my Thinkific account, and here I'm going to refresh the window, and here you can see we have successfully created a new user over here with the name dummy user. And here you can see the enrollment is blank over here. So now we are going to enroll this user in a course. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here, and here I'm going to select my action application as Thinkific and my action event as enroll a user. And then I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build this connection, I'm going to click on the select existing connection because I've already connected my Thinkific account with Pabbly Connect in my previous action step. So I've selected the existing connection, and then I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then it is asking me to select the course. So here by clicking on this drop down menu, you can see the course that I've already created. So in this case, I'm going to select the course as programming in Python, and here it is asking me to select the user ID. So now here, instead of selecting the user ID from this drop down menu, I'm going to map this user ID. So for that, I'm going to turn on this map button, and then I'm going to remove this user ID, and then I'm going to refresh the fields. And now here I'm going to map the user ID from the response that I've received in my previous Thinkific action step. So this is the user ID. Moving forward, and after mapping the user ID, it is asking me for the activated date and the expiry date. So these are the not required fields. I'm going to leave them blank. And now after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully enrolled our user. So now let's go and check it. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully enrolled our user over here. So let me open the user profile, and here you can see the course enrolled. So with this, we have successfully set up our entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have selected our trigger as Google Forms and our action as Thinkific twice. So that whenever I'm going to receive new form submission through my Google Forms, and automatically using the details, it is going to create a user in my Thinkific account first. And after creating the user, automatically it is going to enroll that user in my Thinkific account account under that specific course. Alright, so these were the steps to how to register new students for my online course automatically from Google Forms. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you like the video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can write it at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit www.pabbly.com. Now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.